Hey yo, this is YetiWhiskers, and welcome back to the TotalCraft servers. So, as you can see behind me, we have done a little bit of work to our home. We put the fence around, the cobblestone fence around the outside of our little plot there. I've added some flowers, some grass. I've also made this little pathway that leads to the nether portal, which isn't quite working yet, but should be up and running here shortly. As soon as Gabe gets his PC back up and running, I think he's going to be working on the nether portal there between our two homes. Anyway, so for today's episode, we are going to be building a well, and then we're also going to be building a shack where we're going to keep our AFK fish farm. And we'll see if we have some time after that. But those are the two things we're going to get going today. So I'm going to go ahead and meet you up in the front yard. And here we are on the ground. So we're going to start things off with a well. Now I've got this laid out here. It's going to be, for those of you keeping track at home, we've got our block here, and then we've got 3 in between, then block 3, and block 3. So it's just a nice little square here. It's 4 by, or bad math, 5 by 5. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace these little guys with some stone bricks. And we're going to do, I found a design I kind of liked on the internet, Google Images, and then we've tweaked it a little bit to match our house a little bit better. So thank you, Google. Comes to the rescue again. Let's see. So this is kind of going to be our start, and then we're going to dig out in the middle here, and you can see I've done some terraforming down here. We're going to have to fix that probably. Plug this up so the water doesn't go flowing every which way. So let's go ahead and grab some dirt. I mentioned this in my previous videos, but that's one of my favorite features from 1.9 is the middle mouse button click to get the sample block. I think that's what they call it. It's the same thing as you can do in creative, but huge fan. Anyway, okay, so I think we're going to go 2 deep for our well. And then we will put some water in there. And I kind of want this to put it 2 deep just so it kind of gives it some depth. I mean, so you're not looking right into the water from the well. Right, let's see. Grab out our other water bucket here. And this could be a little tricky. We'll have to see. Put that there. See if we can grab some water. Put it here. Source block there. Put that there. Alright. Looking pretty flat. Does that look flat to everybody? Maybe that back corner's not quite right. Let's try. Nope. Alright, everything's flat. We're looking good. Ah! Ah, there he is. I swear we got hit. Skeleton. Alright, we'll go take care of him real quick before we get back on our, there we go. Alright, we don't need his arrows. That's fine. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do for our well is we are going to add our cauldron, which will kind of be like our well bucket, a little water bucket. Let's see. You're still going to need that because we're going to want to fill the cauldron. Put that there. Grab some water here. That in there, and then we can take this block out, and it should stand, and it does. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is put the little base around the well, and it's going to be upside down stone bricks, and we're going to mix in some extra textures, just like we did with the foundation of our house over here, but just to get things started, put these around here like this, 3 all the way around, 3, okay, and we may actually need to remove these and put maybe some mossy cobblestone or something in there. We'll take care of that. I'll probably do that off of camera, but just so you know, this will not be dirt because that just doesn't look right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we will grab out some spruce wood, and this is how it's going to match our home. So we go up 1, 2, I think 3, and then we're going to do that in all the corners, 1, 2, 3. So you may notice right here, I've kind of got my own texture pack going. I used to use Good Times with Scars texture pack, but I decided I'd start my own. It's got just a few little differences, one of them being the circular rings on the logs. Another thing I've added, you probably noticed, was the glass over here. It's clear instead of having those white little lines. I don't really care for those. So I've changed that, and then it'll just some minor tweaks here and there. Nothing major. I like it to look pretty standard for the most part. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to add some spruce fences. Let's grab some of those bad boys. We'll put them around. So, as I was about to record this video, my 2-year-old daughter, she's been in bed for probably an hour and a half now, and she decided that she had a runny nose and decided it was a good idea to stick some tissue up her nose to try and get rid of those boogers. And so I was just about to click record and do this, and she just started screaming. We walk in there, and she's complaining about her nose hurting. And so I looked up there, and we had a little bit of tissue up there. She'd ripped up one of her wipes. We keep her wipe packages in there. And she had taken that and ripped it up into a bunch of pieces. There were pieces all over her bed. And anyway, she stuck it up there, and it took us an hour probably trying to get that bad boy out. We tried tweezers. She didn't like that, obviously, because it was way up there. And then we also tried... Ooh, I think I'm going to move this up a block. Let's see. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that up a block so we can kind of actually see the water bucket. So let's do this. 1, 2. Let's place our cauldron on top of this. We're going to need these. Okay, let's see if I can jump up there. Ooh, nice. Okay, dig our way out here. Yeah, so it's been us like an hour. We tried the nose sucker, booger sucker thing from kids, which is like my least favorite thing in that was exciting. In the world. I do not like boogers. They are disgusting. Give me a poopy diaper any day. Alright, we have an issue. Wow. Maybe it's because I don't have those blocks underneath. Oh, let's try this. 1, 2. It's kind of weird. Oh. For some reason my cauldron does not want water. I try to replace it. This is very odd. I'll try this again here. Yeti fails. Ooh, can't even get up. Alright, let's try this one more time. Haha! There we go. Okay, so problem was I think I was holding shift. Don't do that. Bad idea. Turns out you can't fill the cauldron if you're holding shift. Anyway, so yeah, we tried the sucker thing. That didn't work. We tried... one of my wife's friends, he's an EMT, and he suggested for us to use saline, like nasal saline stuff, which we happen to have because that was the only way to get her boogers out when she was really little. Tried that. That didn't work. She did not like that at all. It was pretty painful for her. What else did we try? We tried just having her blow her nose, and she's not the world's best at that. So that didn't work real well until we had to trick her into using she has these little baby dolls. We had to trick her into using those and pretend like she was being the mom or the dad or whatever and teaching them how to blow their nose. So that was kind of fun. And then eventually she started blowing real hard with the babies, and she got it out, which was very exciting. She was really proud of herself when it finally came flying out and hit my wife in the hand. Really gross. Glad it hit her and not me, but we got it out. Whew, trauma averted. We were afraid we were gonna have to go to the emergency room. I called my mom, talked to her for a little while, and she was like, "Yeah, you guys never did anything super horrible about sticking things up your nose. You guys did marshmallow mateys, I think, which are kind of like Lucky Charms, just the off-brand. You stuck those up there, but they just dissolved in their own time. So, yeah, I don't know. They have some pretty sweet stuff at the ER, I guess. But, yeah, she didn't have much advice other than just keep trying. But, anyway, we did get it out. Whew, much better. So, as you can see, I've added, as I've been chit-chatting here, another little mistake, added the roof here. So this is pretty simple, well designed. So this is like a crank that you would use to pull up the bucket, and we're gonna have this go up and it'll meet a crossbar here once we kind of get the roof situated the way that I would like. And jump back up here. Let's see. So that was our excitement for today. Having a child, you get excitement every now and then like that, and it's not always the most fun. I'm trying to think how long ago this was, but what are you doing over here? I got a call at work from my wife, and I guess my daughter had been standing on our kitchen chairs, and we have like bar height chairs, which is a little bit taller than like a regular chair, and she had been standing on those and decided, my daughter had, and decided that it was a good idea to fall off and hit her face on the way down. So we got to, I think I'm going to want these as slabs actually, half slabs. So I'll go grab some of those. So yeah, I got a call from my wife while I was at work. Let's add actually the underneath of these while we're here. Oh, fail. And she'd fallen down and she'd cut her lip pretty good. And you know, there's like underneath on the bottom, the top lip, there's like this little piece of skin or whatever that connects your lips to your gums of your teeth. She had torn that up pretty good and she was bleeding pretty bad. So we got to take her to the emergency, not the emergency room, but like an Instacare, which is not quite as expensive as the emergency room, but yeah, we took her there and got her all fixed up, and she was pretty sad for that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up real quick. You don't have to hear me blab and fail anymore. And here we are. We finished the well. I've got everything done. I added that top little layer there. We added the support beam for the bucket, and then we've connected it here, just kind of give it some extra structural support. And then we also added some base all the way around the well on the inside. Let's take a look. You can see that a little bit better. We've added various textures: cobblestone, smooth stone, cracked stone, and then obviously some mossy cobble in there. I think that's looking pretty good. So we've got our well all done. And that wraps it up for me today. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed me ramble a little bit about the joys of having a 2-year-old. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. And we will see you next time. Thanks again.